In the past few years, simulator games had an upsurge. From the good old The Sims to the recently released Farming Simulator 25, which I didn't know about this, but apparently the whole franchise has 17 total games. And the eSport League established in 2019. Is it really that popular?
Hell will take the first game of the series quite easily. Loiko's going to do the final toss. We'll close the gap a little bit, but that's not going to be enough. So Hell will take the first game of the series, and they are just one win away from securing their place on the grand final.
Wow, I didn't know it was so competitive. But when I think about this genre of games, one question comes to mind. Why are they so popular? I remember when Power Wash Simulator released, there were so many YouTubers and streamers playing it and making content around it. And some of those got pretty high views too. And let's not forget about the now classic Supermarket Simulator, which held hostage a very good part of the YouTube gaming sphere, and it still does to some degree. I feel like these two games give a significant boost to the genre, and even increased the demand of it, which led to the popularization of some other simulators, such as Euro Truck Simulator, where you're a truck driver who has to drive around Europe completing jobs, and Microsoft Flight Simulator, which were released for the first time in 1982. And it is crazy to me because I thought it was far more recent. But going back to the question I asked a few seconds ago, why are simulators games so popular? Most of the people, me included, would say because they're oddly satisfying. In supermarket simulators, for example, you get to manage the shop, where and how to put the shelves in it, which products to buy and how to display them, and so on. And don't get me started on the old cash register situation. That little beep when you scan the products and that little ching when you cash in the money, it's so satisfying. But if you think about it, theoretically it shouldn't be. Let me explain. In a lot of simulator games, you have to manage the resources, buy all the equipment, pay the rent and other bills maybe even manage possible employees, keep track of what you have to do and maybe what you have to buy or don't buy and how to sell more. Maybe you have even to check the stock market prices to adjust yours. It's a lot and it's basically a job to stress over, because that's what it's simulating, a real job or business. And to be clear, not all of them are like this. Take Power Wash Simulator for example. Every map is a new job, which you have to complete to continue. Of course, you have to manage your money and resources because you have to buy new nozzles for your machine or even soaps and detergent, but I feel it's less complicated than other simulator games. But to respond to that famous question, let's take a step back and let me tell you about my experience with a particular simulator game. TCG Card Shop Simulator. It all started very recently, when I downloaded the new Pokemon game TCGP, which stands for Trading Card Game Pocket. If you live under a rock and you don't know anything about this game, you essentially open Pokemon cards and collect them. Very simple. You can also build some decks, battle other people and friends, complete missions and events, and soon you'll be even able to trade cards. It's a very basic game, but it scratches the little itch of, ooh, open pack and find shiny cards to collect. Yes. I can't fucking believe it. And I would be lying if I wasn't thinking of starting my own collection in real life too, by buying packs to see what shiny cards I would find. Please, someone help me. Please. Then, after a couple of days, I found a video on my YouTube homepage. I had already heard about this game, but I hadn't watched a single video about it at this point. And since I was already playing a game that involved card collectibles, I gave it a try. Not because of the video, it was funny as shit, don't get me wrong, but because the gameplay was so satisfying and I didn't have to think twice. After a couple of days, I bought the game. And let me tell you, it was even better. First thing first, I had to choose the name for my shop, and it had to be the best possible name. One that will let potential customers know what I'm selling and make them curious and want to come inside. I need card collectibles, collectibles. Collectibles. Okay, okay. I confirm this. Finally, I can sell collectibles. With the name chosen, I could start managing my shop. I familiarized with the system through the tutorial, bought my first pack of Tetramon cards, the name of the Pokemon lookalike brand for the collectibles, and put them on the shelf. Do you remember when I was talking about some satisfying sounds that this kind of games have in it? Put item, okay. Oh, yes. Ah, this is so satisfying. Oh yeah. And after that good dose of dopamine, I set the prices of my products and opened a shop for business. Now the job was easy. Waiting for customers to put the products on the counter, scanning them and making them pay, while hearing some other satisfying sounds. There is also one thing you could do while waiting for customers. Open packs. Of course, why wouldn't a card shop simulator let you open your own packs and start your own collection? You wouldn't be a true card shop owner without a true card collection. And my first opening was quite lucky. Let's see what we got. All to open. Shallow. Card value 9 cents. Esmeri. Muffling. 5 cents. Kitsune. Noctis. Is this a Olu? Whatever it is. 1038. Jesus Christ. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe I have to start my own collection in real life too. After all, why not? But after Walter White came in and bought a lot of packs, holy fucking shit, are you good? Oh, you're Walter White. That's why you can afford to buy so many. Jesus Christ, calm down. Jesse won't be happy with this purchase. It was time to buy a play table, which customers can use it to play, if it wasn't self-explanatory. At this point, I unlocked some other stuff too, such as a bigger pack of the same cards and a box set, which a customer took as soon as I put it on the shelf, before I could even set a price on it. Wait, I didn't even set the price! Did you buy all of them? Oh, for fuck's sake. But after that son of a bitch, the day proceeded quite smoothly, with some new arrangements of the shop and a few fun interactions. Oh, Jesus. And at 9 PM, my first day was finally over, and I could check if I made some profit. Let's see. Why dissatisfied 7? What? Of course I didn't. Not a single business is profitable in the first period, especially in the first day. But in tough times like this, I always remember the sage words of a sage man. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Elon Musk. I can't quote Elon Musk and not laugh. Anyway, the following days were easier. Yes, I had to understand the new products, how to set up the shop accordingly while managing the space and the prices, but I was getting the hang of it. And most importantly, I was getting addicted. I spent hours on it without even realizing it, expanding my shop, increasing my revenue, and sometimes starting to stress over the amount of work I was getting. Here, I should make a premise. I worked for years in retail, and I know how stressful a job like this can be. I am by no meaning insinuating that this game reaches the level of stress that a normal retail job reaches. Absolutely fucking not. There were a few times in real life where I had to manage the shop full of people all alone, and I had to push on through because I was the only one. This little game is not even on the same planet compared to that. But while playing, I was recalling those moments and getting a little bit overwhelmed. Talk about trauma. But unlike real life, I could pause the game and get a break, or even quit it if I didn't feel like continuing it. If only the real world was like this. I mean, in the end, I did quit the job, so I guess it is. And even though I did, Now here I am playing a game simulating that same experience and talking about it on YouTube because I had so much fun that I'm now starting to get addicted to it. The irony. At least here you don't have to talk to people. You just restock and sell stuff without the need to say a word. You can even insult your customers, and they wouldn't even bat an eye and still buy your things anyway. I mean, you also get to spray stinky customers with a spray cleaner, because why wouldn't you? And honestly, I think it should be legal to do so in real life too. If you come to my shop while smell like shit, I should be allowed to spray a whole bottle of deodorant on you. But even considering all the stress this game puts you through, to this day I can't wait to get off work, to go to work at my imaginary shop, managing the furniture and the products, set up prices, argue with clients, restocking the shelves, all while listening to some lo-fi music, because maybe you had such a long and stressful day for whatever reason, and now you just want to chill. Despite it all, this game is very satisfying and very pleasant to play, and I think that most of the people would think the same. Also, I feel like almost everyone has that fantasy of opening a shop or business, and simulators like this help fulfill it, without the risk of losing all your money because the shop you opened didn't do as well as you thought it would. Because apparently a lot of businesses tend to fail in their first 5 years. So I think I'll stick with my fictitious shop for now. The one with my satisfying sounds and, most importantly, no debt. And this is why simulator games are so popular right now, in my opinion. They let you relax and chill for a bit, without worrying about anything or anyone, and just focusing on simple tasks. They let you fulfill your dream of opening a shop, a restaurant, a supermarket, or whatever activity you would like to do, but don't have the accessibility for it. It's a form of escapism, like most of the video games out there, but with a connection with the real world too, because you're simulating it, like the name of the genre suggests. So please, start your business, drive a truck, farm some land, and take a breather from all the thoughts and worries you're probably going through. And I'm not saying this to avoid them, no, just relax for a bit and eventually you'll get through them. Because in a world where everything and everyone is constantly on edge, we often forget to take a break. So for now, let's play.